Hello everyone, I want to talk a bit today about the much anticipated Hero Academy. There's a lot of conversations going on right now and people are not pleased with what Small Giant has released, and I think there is an opportunity here to do an objective analysis of the entire Hero Academy. I think way too much focus has been put on this expectation that everybody would have a magical land to trade in all their excess 5 stars. I'll get to that later, but first I want to talk about the statement that Small Giant put out about what they did. I think too many people are hung up on the fact that they're saying, hey, the Academy's not doing what we thought it would do, but we're releasing it anyway, like this is some big swindle. But I think if you really look at their words, I'm kind of excited about what they're saying. It is our opinion that the solution should not be a last tier of an advanced building, something that a very small group of players would be able to benefit from. I mean, seriously, how many players are ready to build Stronghold 25 and get it all the way up to the last tier to trade in 5s? It's not the new players. It's not going to be a lot of the free-to-play or cheap-to-play unless they've been playing a very long time. It's going to be the big spenders that have been plowing through the game just like I have been. So instead, they said, we would like to, at some point down the line, find a better way to solve the problem so it'd be more accessible to a wider range of players. I think that's a good thing. I think they're saying, hey, we care about a majority of the players, not just the top of the top that's spending tons of money on advancing the game and getting through things quickly. And the very last line, the reason we're releasing the Hero Academy now is we sincerely believe it does provide a real value to players despite not addressing that specific issue. So what are they saying here? They're saying, hey, this is still a good product. There's still some really great things about the Hero Academy. We're missing the target on the 5 stars, and we're going to figure that out. You know, power to them to release this now and give us something that we can start building and start playing with. You know, there was a lot of negative reactions about the original release of the Alchemy Lab. I chose to ignore all that. I built my Alchemy Lab. I got it to 10 levels, started using it, and now look what Small Giant did. They upgraded the Alchemy Lab. I'm getting, you know, a whole bunch of Alka shards every week now that I'm going to be trading in and getting a huge benefit from, with getting, you know, between 20 and 30 emblems every week. That's a different conversation. My point is, I'm building this Hero Academy and I'm going to have some confidence that it's going to be worthwhile down the line. And in fact, I think it's worthwhile now. So let's talk about the Hero Academy and not concentrate on that last level, because there's 10 levels of this building and some of them are really great. That first level, we're going to be able to trade common heroes and we'll have them pumped out in just 1 minute. That sounds exactly like TC 19. So how does that compare to Training Camp 19? Training Camp 19 takes 5,500 food. The new Hero Academy only takes 5,000. Training Camp 19 needs 2 recruits. The Hero Academy only needs 1. The Training Camp only needed 1 rugged clothes. The Academy is going to need 2 practice swords and 2 training manuals. But that's going to be still a 1 minute pop out for those 1-star heroes if that's what you're looking to make. I don't use TC19. I find it's too expensive, but for somebody who is inclined to use TC19, this is going to be a potentially cheaper option in the amount of food and the amount of recruits you need. You're just going to be using some of these other supplies for that cost saving on recruits and food. I'm going to skip down here and talk about another level that is comparable to a TC, and that's Hero Academy 5, which is where you can train rare heroes. That equates to TC 12, which we currently have, where you can also train rare heroes. But the Academy is 64,000 less food. It's only 100k food versus the 164k. It's only 30 recruits to the 45. The Training Camp 12 requires a rugged clothes and a training manual. Comparably, the Hero Academy is only asking for 1 battle manual and 1 chainmail. The big difference to me is that you can pump out these rare 3-star heroes in 9 hours compared to the Training Camp, which takes 2 days. So you have a huge savings in cost and recruits, and you're getting them at a significantly faster rate. I mean, every 9 hours you're getting 3, 4, 5, 6 of those in about the same amount of time that you'd get 1 out of TC12. Another benefit of the Hero Academy is we can use at least 2 of these levels at a time once the thing is built and researched. So unlike a training camp where you can only have 1 thing operating at a time, this is working like the Alchemy Lab, where you can have multiple things processing at the same time. So For those players that have concern about what building to convert, I say convert over one of your training camps. There's going to be no need to have a training camp if you're using one of these, and you can duplicate some of these efforts. So Hero Academy 8 is where you can train epic heroes. That is most close to TC13, but TC13 actually only gives a 5% chance of getting a 4-star. You're more likely to get a 3. So if you look at Hero Academy 8, I think that's pretty exciting for people who want to get 4-star heroes. It's only 200,000 in food versus TC13, which is 265. 100 recruits versus TC13, which is 70. And then there is a bit more materials needed for the Hero Academy. You're looking at 3 battle manuals, 3 tall boots, 3 chainmail shirts, and 3 scabbards versus TC13, which is just 1 leather armor and a wooden shield. The Hero Academy does take a little longer. This one's 2 days and 12 hours versus TC, which is 2 days. But again, this is a guaranteed 4-star. With TC13, you only had a 5% chance of getting a 4-star. So for all those players that are sick of getting 3-star heroes, this is a much better way and a much cheaper way to guarantee yourself a 4-star. So I think comparing to the trading camps, I think these 3 levels are improvements in my opinion. I think they're going to give better options for players who are looking to get some things fast. Now let's talk about another level of this building that I think is going to be pretty exciting for players, and that's Hero Academy 3, training uncommon heroes. There is no training camp that you're guaranteed to just get 2-star heroes. Plus these are getting popped out every minute. So this kind of is like Training Camp 19 or the Hero Academy 1 that are putting out 1-stars. I mean, honestly, besides how expensive TC19 is, I also don't use it just because you're only getting 1-star heroes. Hero Academy 3, making sure that you're getting 2-star heroes with every single pull, I think that has a real value. Now there's a cost to that because it is 11,000 food per minute. So that's going to go through food pretty quickly. Does require 8 recruits, 3 strong ropes. But again, for those people who are tired of feeding many 1-star heroes, trying to level up a 5-star, these 2-stars being able to pop out this quickly is going to be able to help people who have plenty of food stored for fast leveling. So I think that is a huge benefit to the community. So right now we're at 4 of the levels out of the 10, and I think we're in a pretty good place. The other levels are mostly centered around developing troops, which is fantastic as we have not had a way to make troops in the past. Now I do a ton of farming. Anybody who's been following what I do knows that I level up really quickly, and I do a ton of farming every day. So I have piles of 1- and 2-star troops. So those 2 levels are not very exciting to me. That's Hero Academy 2 for the common troops and Hero Academy 4 for the uncommon. But I think those uncommon troops are going to be hugely beneficial to people who are not spending the amount of time farming like I am. But it's give you an opportunity to get those troops to level up your heroes. Now, for somebody who might be playing on the level that I am and as developed as my buildings and everything are, you're probably going to be very excited about Hero Academy 6, which is where we can train those 3-star rare troops. 151k in iron, 150 recruits, and some tall boots and scabbards, 5 of each. 2.5 days, you'll be popping out a 3-star trainer. Or excuse me, not trainer, 3-star rare troop. So I'm excited about getting those troops and being able to start processing those troops, because I'm at a point where my 4-star troops are very leveled up. So 1 and 2 stars are just too expensive to be feeding. I really want those 3 stars. So I'm excited to get that level of this Hero Academy rolling. One thing that's interesting with these troop levels is they do take iron instead of food, which is also giving another huge benefit to the community, because up until this Hero Academy there's not been a place for us to store iron like we can store food in a TC20. So for those of you who have excess iron or looking to build up iron reserves, we do now have a place that we can store iron just like we were storing food in the others. So again, I think that's a benefit to the community. Another level to get pretty excited about is the Hero Academy 7, where we can train trainer heroes. Now that is 45,000 food, 30 recruits, and a pile of materials, like 15 different items you need there, but you get a trainer hero every 9 hours. So almost 3 a day. From what I understand, there is a percentage on the pull. You might get a 1, 2, 3, or 4-star trainer. But again, those are great for people who are looking to get the maximum amount of XP per feeder when you're leveling up your heroes. So overall, I think these first 8 levels of the Hero Academy are pretty decent. I think 9 and 10 is a place of concern for people who are looking to retrain an epic hero or a legendary hero. For me, I don't value that. I do way too many summons. I have, I had over 100 5-stars that I didn't need. I've already been starting to feed them. You can look on my channel. There's a video of me getting Alfreak to 370 in I forget if it was 11 or 13 feedings. I gave her 64 5-stars to get there. For somebody who is a heavy pay-to-play player, we don't need the solution that they're offering here, and I don't frankly understand the big pay-to-play players who are upset about this. The last thing I need is an option to trade in these extra 5-stars for other 5-stars. I would have been excited to trade them in for emblems or ascension materials or something else that's usable, but I don't need another 5-star. I agree with Small Giant that having this to be the last level on one of the last buildings, it's not going to be very accessible to the free-to-play, cheap-to-play, or the new players, so I'm excited that they're looking or going to consider a different option on what to do with those extra heroes. Really, I think 9 and 10 are going to be most beneficial to the cheap-to-play crowd that has been playing a long time, has ground, maybe even the free-to-play who's been really doing the grind over a number of years, got their whole situation built up, but they might have a couple extra Hero of the Months or some other heroes laying around that they don't need, and they could really use some of the variety that could potentially come out of Hero Academy 10. So the 4-stars, to me, again, I do a lot of summonsing, so I don't find the 4-stars hard to achieve. But for the free-to-play and cheap-to-play crowd, this might be another area that benefits them. So I don't see how I don't find that this hurts me as a pay-to-play player. They're just levels that I'm not going to use. The things that are the lower levels, the Hero Academy 1 through 8, I'm pretty excited about a lot of those. Like I said, I plan on doing the trainer heroes, definitely the rare troops, and maybe some of the other ones depending on my needs. At this point, I'm not really that focused on training or leveling up my heroes anymore because I have so many. So my focus really is going to be on troops from this point forward. So at any rate, I hope this helps. I hope this is kind of an objective analysis of all of the Hero Academy. I understand people who are upset about that Hero Academy 10, but this is an entire building that provides a lot of service. It's just one level to be bummed about. I think the rest of the benefits to this building far outweigh a concern over level 10. So hope this helps. Hope you guys are excited about the Hero Academy. I'm already into Stronghold 25 being built, and I can't wait to get started on the Hero Academy. Happy gaming. Good luck with your tiles.